Ahoy, my hatchlings, and welcome to another episode of Autocraft. And today, well, we are starting off in our ship because something happened. Yeah. This was my sorter. Yeah. 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 So, what I think happened here is, I think I put TNT inside my sorting system. Because it's gone now. It's completely gone. And there was a dispenser there, so I probably put TNT in there, and it blew up the whole thing. Which means we now have to rebuild this. And you know what the worst part about all this was? I wasn't even recording! Oh. But let's go ahead. Well, fortunately, we do have a backup of the world, so I can at least try and figure out where things went, because I don't even know how this hooked up anymore. And I had just fixed this thing and made it work perfectly. We can go ahead. First let's go into a testing world. Just try and redesign this thing so that way it can't happen again. And then we'll go ahead and rebuild this thing. A couple days later of struggling with backups, and we're finally in the backup world. This took a long time, and I'm not getting a lot of frames here, which is not great. But there are two things that I want to do with this. So, here we have the dispenser. And I'm pretty sure the TNT went in here, got activated, and boom! So, there's two parts that I'd like to do. The first part is, I think if we put a item filter right here, that should pull out the TNT. That way, just in case I put TNT in there, it doesn't get destroyed, or doesn't blow everything up, and then we can run it over in a water stream and drop it down in this area. Okay, well we have the bits for the filter, and this shouldn't be too hard, I hope. Those are probably some famous last words. So, let's see, if I put this here, okay, I have the dispenser currently disabled, but let's just say oops, let me pop up here. So, if I put some TNT in here, it is all going in here. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. So this idea should at least have some level of validity. Good, so put in our filter. Okay, the filter's now in place, and this area is not super great to work in. Time. Oh, okay, I apparently don't have access to commands in this world. That is slightly irritating, but that is fine. That is fine. I make do without. Okay, so let me get a dropper. I did not actually put the dropper in my inventory. Let me get a dropper again. And it's gonna be I feel like I need to come over here and then slide it along here, get it past this thing, and then go up and over the top and dump it down into there. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, a little reworking later, we now have ourselves an auto dropper. So if I go ahead, stick some TNT in here, it's all flowing into here, and okay, now it starts unlocking, and it gets spat out. Oh, I need to put something over the top of this. There we go, and now just put those back in there. Okay, they're getting spat out, going up and over, and they're bypassing the dispenser. Perfect. So next what I want to work on is this dispenser, because it's not getting activated. And I had fixed it before this whole thing exploded, but it wasn't quite perfect. So I want to create a bit of logic system where when there's a shulker box in here, this thing doesn't fire. So if this thing is empty and this thing is full, has a signal coming out of it, then only then will the dispenser fire, and it will fire relatively slowly. So now we should be able to take signal right from here, but I'm not good at logic, so this is probably going to be challenging for me. Okay, so I think I've got the logic here set up. This thing is empty, so it's not actually targeting anything, but if I go ahead and stick this shulker box in here, it does get spat out, just briefly. And now if I fill it with these other random items, this whole thing isn't all getting fired a bunch, which is good, though I am wondering why this is powered. You should not be powered. Where are you getting power from? Oh. Oh, nope. Okay. I guess we just need a bunch of repeaters here. Okay, but now it's not being powered, and once this thing clears itself out, turns off, and it's not spitting out the items. Okay, I thought this would flash for me. Okay. New plan. We use an observer clock like this, pushes this note block in, and that should now activate this. Wow, that's really annoying. But it is now spitting those things out. Oh, that's better. But it is now at least spitting these things out, which means they are getting sorted. Okay, we have the schematic of the world, or of this thing now in the world. So, well, let's hit hyperspeed build mode and fix this disaster. So and we are basically right back to where we started at the beginning of this episode. Well, actually, the end of last episode, really. So yeah, it's now Saturday. I have used up most of my time just fixing this thing, and now I want to actually get on to the meat of what I want to do with this episode. So we're going to meet up with Death Dealer over in the shopping district, and we are going to go ahead and build ourselves a brand new shop. So, Death, you ready to start this shop? I have a design in mind, and you've seen it in the creative world, and, well, now we get the fun of bringing it over to this world.
Yeah, I know you've been wanting to do a shop like this for quite some time, and I
Yes.
think it's about time we actually do it.
Yes. I have some quartz, I have the granite we need, and I can toss you some granite.
Well, thank you.
Those are the only materials we'll actually need for this thing. It should go super easy. So, hyperspeed build mode?
Yeah, let's go. Hyperspeed build mode.
And end of hyperspeed build mode. That went really fast.
I know, right? It was so quick.
I wasn't expecting that to go so fast. I mean, this thing's pretty big, but it's I suppose it's actually very simple. Most of it's just a tube that's at a slight angle.
Yeah.
That went really fast, and then we spent quite a bit of time afterwards trying to figure out how to blend this into the ground. Like, what's the story behind this crystal? And I'm thinking it just emerged one day, and so the ground here is all distorted and, like, damaged. But we now have ourselves a new shop, Krystal's Crystals. And I'm sure by the look of it, you can tell that we're going to sell quartz. We're also going to sell glass. But we're not going to sell them in just any way, are we, Death?
Well, no, of course not.
So what we're going to do is we're going to sell them by the shulker. This is a bulk shop. So the downside is that means we're going to put a barrel here, a barrel here, a barrel here, and then we'll have an ender chest in the middle. But we're going to need 27 shulkers of quartz and 27 shulkers of glass. And then for the Nether Hub project, we need an additional 81 shulkers of glass. So this is going to take a bit. This is going to take a bit. This is like 10 hours of trading, Death. Why did we do this to ourselves?
I don't know. We always do this every single time.
Hello, all the way down there.
Oh, yeah, you're far away.
Yes. So, how did you enjoy your, like 6 hours of trading? For all this stuff, we have 45 shulkers of quartz here and another 108 shulkers full of glass, and it just goes all the way down to here. And
It was
this is so many shulkers, Dad. This is so many shulkers.
so much stuff. So much.
So 27 shulkers of each of these will go towards filling the stock of our new shop over there. And
Yep.
the rest of this stuff, well, 18 of these shulkers are just going to go to me because I'm using a lot of quartz here. It's good to have that stocked up. And the rest of all these glass shulkers, we have 82 shulkers here. Sorry, 81 shulkers here for making the nether hub, which we will be doing shortly, I hope.
Finally, I know, right?
Yeah.
After all this time.
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll finish it the day before we move on to season 2.
Yeah, of course.
So, well, I guess we should think about stocking up the store then.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let's go ahead and do that.
Watch out! It looks like someone the pants game exploded and people have placed a whole bunch of flowers all over the place. That's really
Have
cute.
they?
Yeah, it's really cute.
Oh, that's awesome.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go put these things away. Quartz, glass, ender chest, and I gotta say that that's a satisfying feeling.
I know, right? It just is so nice. There's so much resources there, and for good value as well.
Yes. I mean, 16 shulkers per piece of glass, and apparently we weren't able to grab all of them. And 32 shulkers or 32 per shulker of quartz, I think those are pretty fair prices. Prices.
Yeah, those are quite decent.
You get
They feel
quite a
cheap.
lot of materials. I just really hope we sell something. I'm gonna be so sad if we don't sell anything.
I'm sure a few people will be making good use of this shop. That's a lot of good resources right there.
Yeah. But with that, my hatchlings, Krystals is now open, and could I fly? Cool. This is okay. Well, with with this bunch of lag, Krystals is now open, providing for your quartz and glass needs. At some point, maybe I will fly, but if not, I will catch you next time on the next episode of Autocraft. Bye bye. Help! Help!